If you want to remove the toxicity, try and place your partner's emotional well-being as a priority. Try and understand them rather than punishing them for having different needs to yourself. Try not to generalize the behavior. If you see a particular behavior that you don't like, stay focused on that behavior and explain how you want that behavior to change. If you start generalizing and you start becoming critical and you start becoming abusive emotionally or verbally, that behavior that you didn't like is now going to get exaggerated. This person is now going to enhance that behavior that you didn't like. So if you're saying, oh, you don't spend enough time with me, you don't reply to me on time, you're cold, they're now definitely not going to reply to you. Now they're definitely not going to spend time with you. So you're not going to get the outcome if you start generalizing. Remember your outcome in mind and just focus solely on the issue at hand and try not to generalize, and don't make it personal attacks. Make it about what you truly want out of them and try and get them to remember that your intimacy needs are not wrong and their intimacy needs are not wrong, but we have to find a compromise. The final thing I would recommend if you are in this kind of push and pull relationship is try to make more realistic expectations of your partner. Now, if you have a partner who is quite clingy and needs a lot of reassurance, the realistic expectation for you is to realize that they're never going to be this really hyper independent, strong person who can live with or without you. That's just not going to happen. You didn't choose that kind of partner. You chose a partner that requires emotional intimacy. So if you've chosen that partner, you can't expect them to magically become independent. The only way you can create that is by offering them reassurance and connection. Similarly, if you are a needy person and you have chosen somebody hyper independent, then it is pointless to expect them to prioritize you and the relationship all day, every day. They're not going to do that. They're not going to put your emotional needs first. It's just not how they're designed. So the best thing for you to do in that situation is manage your expectations. Remember that it doesn't come natural for them to put your needs first, to put the relationship first. They're going to put themselves first. So if you can manage that expectation and then perhaps start putting your needs first and what you want to do in life and try and make room for that and try and make that a priority, you may be able to better match each other's intimacy needs. But having unrealistic expectations, i.e. trying to get the independent person to be clingy or the clingy person to be independent, you're going to always find yourself in a roller coaster of emotions. So just try your absolute best to change your expectations, show concerns for the other person's well-being, and create the space and connection for the other person to thrive.